So hey guys, it's Ziant again, and I am really changing it up lately, and I think it's just because I'm having a very distinct sense of ennui, as the pretentious sod in me would say. But I'm just bored with all the shooters that are out there, and there's no RPGs I want to play. I didn't get Batman because I'm kind of short on cash, and I need the money for Watch Dogs, for Assassin's Creed, for Call of Duty, for Battlefield. Reverse the order and you have them chronologically. But I was talking with my roommate today. We were discussing the concept of elegance. And I mentioned it because we were talking about Modern Warfare 2. And I'm playing Modern Warfare 2, so I thought, it would be a good chance for me to do a little game design talk that I haven't done, I think, in a while, minus the Battlefield Bad Company 2 video that went up a couple days ago, or yesterday, or whenever it is I get around to uploading this. But the conclusion we both came to is that elegance is not simplicity, but instead elegance is a complex thing, or a complex concept distilled such that it seems simple. So for example, Modern Warfare 2, the gunplay, the controls, and the kill streaks, all of them are a part of a very complex system that makes up the Modern Warfare 2 game. And it works. And we wouldn't have thought it would work because it seems so complicated that we can't really wrap our heads around it until we go into the actual game design, the guts of Modern Warfare 2. And so when we play it, it seems it works. It's not something you can describe. It works. It feels correct. And Modern Warfare 2 is by no means the simplest Call of Duty. Even Call of Duty 4 wasn't simple by the standards set by Call of Duty's 2 and even 1, because in those games there was no sprint. You started with 3 frags. It was mostly bolt-action rifles. It was a World War II setting with very sparse lighting, very sparse maps as far as the detail is concerned. And we're at COD 4, which brought a little more variety. Modern Warfare 2 brought a lot more variety. But since Modern Warfare 2, Call of Duty has lacked an elegance. And instead, it's become simply complex. And I think Ghosts might, and I stress might, fall victim to this same problem. Black Ops 2's main issues, I think, were that it tried to do too many things at once. It tried to be an Infinity Ward game with a Treyarch skin. It tried to design maps that fit the Call of Duty franchise, but in a somewhat different way. I think Modern Warfare 3 tried to be an Infinity Ward game when it wasn't made by Infinity Ward. And Ghosts is an Infinity Ward game made by a new Infinity Ward. So there's a few things that could go right as far as that's concerned, because they've probably created the team almost from the ground up. And so there's a lot more room for new and innovative ideas. But as fearful as I am of the complicatedness of the perk system, especially the perk system, because there are more perks than ever, and that makes it overly complex. Even Modern Warfare 2 didn't have a metric shit ton of perks. It had enough, certainly, but not nearly as many as Ghosts. And so that's one complexity. But one of the things that actually gives me hope for Ghosts is how they've taken to the map design. Call of Duty has always had a very specific 3-lane style of map design. And the best maps, Firing Range, Afghan, Crossfire, they have overlaying tracks. So it's like a checkers board as opposed to just 3 lines. Of course, the map you're seeing now, High Rise, is essentially just 3 lines, but they vary it up by giving it senses of a little bit of verticality, an underground and a main floor. And the new Infinity Ward has, at least according to the footage and the commentaries I've seen about Ghosts, done away with that map design philosophy, and I think that is for the good. Because when you want to reboot a franchise, and Ghost is really trying to reinvigorate the franchise for the next generation, there are certain new ideas that you have to use, and certain old ones that you have to throw out. Because elegance is a tricky balance. You get it wrong, you fail spectacularly. You get it right, and it's genius.